My sister demanded I donate my cornea to her daughter because she's a model who needs her eyes for her career while I'm just a programmer who stares at screens. My sister Victoria called me in March demanding I donate my cornea to her daughter Lily, who needed a transplant after a sports injury damaged her vision. I said I was sorry to hear about Lily's condition and asked why Victoria wasn't donating since she was the mother and would be the best match. Victoria laughed and said she was a professional model who needed both eyes for her career while I worked from home as a programmer. So losing vision in one eye wouldn't affect my income. She actually said my appearance didn't matter for my job, but her face was her livelihood, so it made logical sense for me to be the donor. I told her that was insane, and she couldn't expect me to give up my cornea because she thought her eyes were more valuable than mine. She said I was being selfish and that Lily was young and had her whole life ahead while I was 34 and single, so I didn't need perfect vision to attract anyone. She said I spent all day looking at computer screens anyway, so one eye would be sufficient for my lifestyle. When I refused, Victoria started calling me every day with new arguments about why I should donate instead of her. She said models needed depth perception for photo shoots while programmers could work with one eye. She said she had contracts that specified she maintain her appearance while I had no such obligations. She said her husband would leave her if she had any facial surgeries, but I had nobody to impress. She even said that since I wore glasses anyway, people already knew my eyes weren't perfect, so losing vision in one wouldn't change anything. By April, Victoria had recruited our mother to pressure me. Mom called saying Victoria's modeling career supported her entire family while I only had myself to worry about. She said it would be devastating for Lily to grow up watching her mother's career destroyed when there was a simple solution available. She said I should think about what was best for the whole family rather than being stubborn about something that wouldn't really affect my life. I asked Mom why she didn't donate her cornea then, and she said she was too old and might not be a good match. Our father joined the campaign next, saying I needed to step up as an aunt and that Victoria had already sacrificed so much as a mother. I asked what sacrifices since Victoria had a nanny and housekeeper and barely spent time with Lily between modeling gigs. He said that wasn't the point and I was being difficult just to hurt Victoria, who I'd always been jealous of. I asked him if he was going to donate his cornea and he said men weren't as good matches for young girls. Victoria's husband started texting me articles about how people lived normal lives with vision in one eye. He said thousands of people managed fine and I was making a big deal over nothing. He offered to pay me $50,000 for my cornea like it was a business transaction. When I said no amount of money would make me give up my body parts for someone who wouldn't do the same, he called me greedy and said I was putting a price on Lily's vision. The harassment got worse when Victoria told Lily that Aunt Sarah didn't want to help her see again. Lily started sending me crying voice messages asking why I didn't love her enough to help. Victoria coached her to say that mommy needed her eyes for work, but Aunt Sarah just used computers all day. A 9-year-old was now guilt-tripping me because her mother was too vain to donate her own cornea. I'd had enough and decided to show everyone exactly how selfish Victoria was being. I called Victoria's modeling agency and asked to speak to her manager. I explained the situation and asked if Victoria would really lose contracts for donating a cornea to her daughter. The manager was horrified and said of course not. That would be discrimination and no client would punish a mother for helping her sick child. In fact, she said it would probably generate positive publicity and show Victoria as a devoted mother. She said she was disgusted that Victoria was trying to pressure others while using her career as an excuse. The manager called Victoria immediately and told her the agency fully supported her donating to Lily and would work around any recovery time needed. Victoria called me screaming that I'd ruined everything.